We're coming out to the Hillside Country Club on this January 1st of 2011. It is so good to be with you here on this special and joyous occasion. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ramu from Ramu and the Crew, joined here by my brother Imo, Janine on the photo booth. And are you guys excited? I want to ask you guys one more time, are you guys excited? All right, folks, we're about to have a wedding. We have a very fired up bridal party outside in the hall. But before we bring our bridal party out, I just want to go over a couple of ground rules, and I want to get you guys prepared for a fantastic wedding reception. Before we go over those ground rules, I just want to acknowledge a very special person in the room. How about a big round of applause for the grandmother of the groom, Mrs. Virginia Wiggin. Let's give her a big hand. Virginia Wiggin. And she is seated to my left. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our bridal party, they are outside those doors right there at the far exit. But before we bring them in, I'm going to ask you guys 4 questions. And when I ask you guys these questions, I want you to answer with a resounding yes. If you guys heard what I just said, I want you to hear you say yes right now. So if you guys are here to have a great time, let me hear you say yes. Yes. If you guys came here to mingle with friends and family, let me hear you say yes. Yes. If you guys came here to enjoy a delicious meal, let me hear you say yes. If you guys came here to dance the night away, let me hear you say yes. And most importantly, if you guys came here to celebrate with our bride and groom, let me hear you say yes. So I'm going to count to 3, see how much noise RHODE, Massachusetts can make. I'm going to count to 3, and I want you guys to scream at the top of your lungs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's make some noise, folks. I have to admit that was a little lukewarm. We're going to do that one more time. On the count of 3, I want you guys to scream at the top of your lungs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's make some noise, folks. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go back to the DJ booth, put on some motivational music. If I'd like all guests to please focus their attention to our far exit. And we are now about to begin bridal party introductions. Give yourself one more big round of applause for coming out to the Hillside Country Club on this lovely New Year's Day. At this time, we need all guests clapping those hands along with the beat of the music. I'd like to introduce the parents of the groom, Stefanos Kouknas, Elizabeth McCall, and Ringmere Nathan DeFreitas. Please put your hands together for the parents of the bride, all the way from the east side of Brockton, Timothy and Ronald Stack. A big hand for our flower girls and nieces of the groom, Abigail and Emily Kohler. I'd like to introduce our junior ushers, Zachary and Evan Yusso. And at this time, we're going to introduce our bridesmaids and ushers. Please put your hands together for the sister of the groom, Maria Kohler, and her husband, Scott Kohler. I'll be a big hand for the sister of the groom, Stephanie DeFreitas, and her husband, Steve DeFreitas. I'd like to introduce the friend of the bride, Melanie Greeley, Christopher Surse, and a friend of the groom, Jason Torrey. I'll have a big hand for the sister of the bride, Holly Yusso, brother-in-law of the bride, Terry Calvejo, and they're escorted by niece of the bride, Sophie Romanchin. A very special welcome for our matron of honor and sister of the bride, Jennifer Calveo. Best man in front of the groom, Mike Haynes. Escorted by groom bearer, Jacob Calveo. And at this time, Hillside Country Club, we'd like all guests to please rise. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like all guests to please rise. And we'd like all guests to please clap their hands along with the music. Let's get those hands high above your head right now. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing, not for the first time, but for the second time, please put your hands together for our newlyweds, the new Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Goodness. Please give an applause for the new Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Goodness. And keep your applause going. If you think Erin is the most beautiful woman in the room, let's give her a big hand. At this time, we invite all guests to please remain standing as Thomas and Erin will now share their first dance.
Jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. And it was all yellow.
At this time, we're going to have our entire bridal party. Please join in.